Okay, so let me. Okay, cool. So it got closed only. Sorry for this technical things. Ah. So when I say generative AI, everyone in this call is aware what is generative AI.
You can explain, Arshad.
Yeah, not really.
Yeah.
Okay, so when anyone in this room knows what is generative AI? Before I explain, because I want to understand this word, because we have here a very diverse background of people. That's why I'm asking. When I say the word generative AI, what comes to your mind?
I think, as far as I know, it is about it predicts what exactly is going to be next based on certain algorithm and logic. So that's what generative it means. That it's not like there's no set pattern. It's not like answers are stored in cloud. It has processing and it predicts. So that's how it's able to actually copy the human intelligence and able to
That
close
is
to.
AI. What you're saying is AI.
Okay.
Generative AI, this word is basically, if I say why I'm doing this session today with you all is because of ChatGPT. You all know what is ChatGPT in the group?
Yes.
Yes.
We are using it.
Yes, everyone is using it, but they don't. But GPT is a very small part of generative AI. So now that is what I need to change the name of these sessions to generative AI, and then I have to put ChatGPT. This is one of the learning today I had in my business meeting. When I say generative AI, people don't know what actually it is, and they are confusing it with normal AI, what Mukul told, that is the traditional AI. But generative AI that we are talking to and the businesses like you guys are interested in is not because of the traditional AI that Mukul told, right? That is not for us to know. For us, what is important to know is what is generative AI and how we can use generative AI. Any one of us here can start using generative AI today itself. And you all are already doing it, but you don't know that you're using the generative AI. You're using a tool, a small tool that has just come up right now. So that is one of the part of generative AI. And why we call ChatGPT a generative AI is because it is, as you know, what is ChatGPT doing? As Mukul also told, it is generating something, right? It is generating according to the prompts that you are giving. It is generating an output. And that is why it is called generative AI. Similarly, images, DALL-E 2, Midjourney, all these tools are there, synesthesia, and for video also there are a lot of AI tools that you can give the prompt and they're going to give you the output. So this is why there are mainly, this is what is actually generative AI, which I'll tell more in details. Little bit before I go about that, quick background about myself, 18 plus years experience as a data scientist, worked in companies like Majid Al Futtaim, Accenture, Hewlett Packard. And now I have a startup called Decoding Data Science, which is into consulting, AI consulting and academy, upskilling individuals and businesses how they can use AI and the capabilities for increasing their productivity and efficiency in whatever manner they can. And now in the last 3-4 months, my focus is more in the generative AI space. And now coming to quickly, what I want to tell is about, as we have discussing about AI, and here we're going to talk about two types of AI mainly, and I'm going to mainly focus on generative AI for this session. I'm going to talk about different things here, what are the impacts of AI. When I'm saying AI, everything is about generative AI. What are the specific use cases? What is prompt engineering? All of us are using prompts while we are playing around with ChatGPT, but how we can do it professionally? Creating visuals, how we can also create visuals for our content accordingly, and what are the quick conclusions and takeaways we have for this. So now coming to types of AI, right? So types of AI are basically two types of artificial intelligence that we have. Two types of artificial intelligence. This is according to my definition that is there. One is the internal AI, the one that Mukul told just now, doing analytics, doing prediction with the data that the company has. Like Mukul has data from Aarti factory, he will have data of all his gadgets and everything. And if he wants to do a price analysis, or he wants to do a customer analysis, data analytics, that is everything comes under internal AI, which is a very traditional thing that has been already been doing by a lot of companies. And AI is actually very old, right? When you talk about AI, it started in 1956 by Stephen Coy. So generative AI is the second part which we are mainly talking about. This is the new type of AI which is the biggest example in front of all of us, that is ChatGPT, which generates text. How it works is, I will tell you, is uh, we have three phases in this. One is, the first phase is the prompt, where we are giving a prompt that is the input, and we call it as a prompt engineering. Then after that prompt, it goes into an AI engine. It can be anything. Right now, for OpenAI that we are using, ChatGPT, we have an OpenAI model, but there are a lot of other models available. But this is what it converts the prompts into questions that, and processes the output and gives us the output as desired. And why I am saying as desired, because it can be iterated according to the prompts that we are giving. So we can give always iterate and make the prompts much better according to the situation, right? So that is why it is coming output as desired. So this is a new type of AI. In traditional AI, we don't have any control of the output. Whatever are the parameters, like whatever is the customer data in Mukul, he does not have control over the data. Whatever it is, he needs to process that and get an output. But in generative AI, it is not the case. You have to write the prompt according to what you actually want. Then the AI engine is going to process it, and it is going to give you the output, and you can always iterate and make it better. And that is the what is a good thing about generative AI. Now coming to use cases, like now when I talk about use cases, every business, they have these major verticals. Like any all of you are in businesses, you will have if it is an SME, if it is a small scale business and you have a team, you will be actually doing some of these six verticals in your company, right? Marketing, sales, operations, IT, engineering, risk and legal, HR, and employee utilization, optimization, and utility. So AI can be used, and specifically generative AI. When I'm saying AI here, it is mostly in these slides, I'm talking about generative AI, and also internal AI also can be used. But in this talk, I'm going to only focus on generative AI piece. So it can be used in all the verticals for every business domain. Some business domain will have a particular function, there will be more weightage. Like there will be some company that is more focused on, like software companies, that will be more focused on IT and engineering, because that is their main work. If a customer facing company that is selling, that will be more focused on operations. But depending upon the type of business and domain, the weightage will be there in any vertical that is there. But generative AI can be used in all of the verticals that you can see in this particular screen. What I will do is, every vertical, I will just show you few uh, cases, a few examples. And this is coming from research from McKinsey, Accenture, and all the other companies that are there. And some of my clients or partners that I'm talking to are also using it, and my experience that I'm listed it down. And this is not the complete list. These are just the top three that has come to my mind in no order. It is covering everything, and there can be much more uh, uh, that is happening. But these are the top, these are the three that I have captured here for just to give an idea. In marketing and sales, you know how these tools are being used, and you, all of us are also started using it in creating sales copy, marketing copy, even for LinkedIn, right? How to create content according to the particular theme or particular tone, and giving you a lot of outputs to choose from, and editing it accordingly. product user guides that are there according to the industries and all those things that are there. So marketing and sales is one of the most used. These tools are very much used. Even the images part, right? Creating images for your content, for your ads. These things are used a lot as of now. For operations, we all have been talking to chatbots, AI chatbots, since for a long time. Now, generative AI has been plugged into those chatbots to make the interaction much better and much more realistic. And also production errors, anomalies that are there, and defects that are coming out can be easily been you can say processed and understood, because now we have models that have been trained in millions of images. So suppose you are producing an image of a particular item, and if you feed the system that just try to understand whether this item is defective or not, they can really help you in doing that. Okay, and now in IT and engineering, this I use it a lot because I do a lot of coding. There is a lot of documentation problem we have to do in our coding that we do in our work. So these tools are actually helping us summarize our code, summarize our documentation, change the tone to professional. If you have to write any report, you can do that. You can write an executive summary. You can summarize the data. And also when we're doing hypo testing of our in our work, suppose we need some random data, like synthetic data we call, to improve our models and to improve our work and to practice out some analysis. This is really very helpful. Before I move to the next slide, any questions till now? If you anyone of has, please let me know, or I will move forward and I can keep end for questions. Let me know whatever works good for you guys. Cool. So if there is nothing, then I'll quickly move, and then I will show you a little bit of the interesting part as well. So risk and legal also, HR also, and employee utilization. These are the places. To be honest, I will start with employee utilization. This is being used by everyone here, entrepreneurs or companies, employees of companies as well. Right, how you can optimize your communication, the emails that we are writing, how to automate that email responses and according to the tone or wordings and all those things. It is really helpful. Creating business presentations based on text prompts and also getting visuals from the text. Synthesizing, this summarization is very good. Like suppose you have a video, you can take the transcript, you can put it there. Any reports that are there, if you want to summarize the report and you want to get the output, this is really used a lot. Even for risk and legal drafting and HR, for the letters and all those self-serve functions. Many companies, big companies, they have HR also, they have self-serve function according to the policies of the company. They can do that particular thing that is there. So I will just quickly move from, before I move from the use cases, any questions specifically anyone has, they want to know more about any specific verticals that they want more ideas, or they have any experience in using, they can share in the call as well. So it will be nice.
Arshad, what about data analysis? Is that
Where
also can be done?
data?
Data analysis.
So data analysis cannot be directly done. The data analysis is a separate, that is that is IT, right? That is internal AI.
Yeah.
That is a
Okay.
separate part. So that in that you don't need these tools, right? To one more thing I just want to tell, GPT does not have, is not you people were trying to do calculation, right? 2 into 2 is equal to. So GPT, chat GPT is not a software program to do calculations. It does not understand numbers, right? So that is one thing that I wanted to tell, that people were trying to use it as a calculator, and it is not a calculator. Like they were giving them numbers, multiply this into this, what is the output? So for data analysis specifically, it can give you the code. Like suppose you want to do a data analysis of you have a data with these many variables, the column names and all those things. It will give you, you can just tell that this is the data set with these are the headers. I want to do a data analysis and I want to summarize the data at category level. Give me the Python code for that. Then it is going to give you the code, but it is not going to give you analysis. It will not directly give you analysis. But there are some plugins that are there, advanced in the pro version, where you can give them, you can use a plugin, you can put a data, but that is not part of the normal GPT. That is, you need to have customize it accordingly for that.
Okay. Yeah. Right.
Any more use cases anyone wants to ask or discuss? I cannot see the screen. Bishal, Mukul, whoever are there.
Actually, Arshad, I wanted to check, like, you also mentioned on the first slide that the videos can be made also. I mean, when you
Yes.
are doing this, you can please let us know a little bit more about that too.
So videos can be made. There are a lot of tools that are there, like synesthesia and all those things. Like you can give them the text. You can give them the text, and then there is an AI video that can be generated, right? It can also, you can give them the situations that are there, that it is going to do that as well. So already we
We
know
can
that.
use the Bing Create also, no, for the images.
Which one?
Bing Create, the Microsoft one.
Yes, yes. So for images, there are a lot of things. So for images, there is all
Yes.
Journey, DALI 2. But for video, there is right now there is OpenAI has directly, OpenAI, the one that we are using for ChatGPT, has not come up with the video feature right now. But there are a lot of other AI tools that is working on stable diffusion models and making the video according to the situation you're giving. Suppose you're giving a text, you're giving the text, and they will create an avatar for you, and then they will do the video as well for you. They will make the video as well, but it is, these are all paid tools. Nothing is right now freely available for creating videos from AI. But it is going to happen. Like suppose you can create a script, you can use scripts and you can do that. But I will tell you, Canva is a tool that I have personally used. Canva, it is one of the paid tools that I use, and it is also having the feature of making these type of videos, wherein you just give them the, but you need to do, still you need to do some manual entry. It is not that direct like text video. You need to give the scenarios, you need to check the voices that are there. If you want your voice, then you need to, there are some tools which are still not that accurate, but it is going to train from your voice and try to make videos in your voice. But I have tried those, still it is not that accurate. It will take some more time to get there. But there are AI sounds. I'm sure you all, when you see some YouTube videos, you will see that it is some AI voices are coming. Those are those videos that are created by these tools that are there. I will tell you the spelling: SYNTESIA. I think you are driving, so you can, or maybe you can ping me later. I'll tell you the name, Kanchan.
Sorry,
Okay,
SYNTE?
sure, thank you.
SYNTESIA, synesthesia.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so
Arshad, I
now,
also wanted to ask you something. There are,
yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
I have seen that people have created tools to extract information from websites.
Okay.
For example, let's assume I'm selling a product online, and at the same time, I see my competition also selling similar products.
Hmm.
Now, I want to keep a track of, let's say, what are they listing, at what price are they listing, or looking at their images. So is there some way where I can have something where I can extract this information on a timely basis?
So there are plugins available, but you need, there is, so this thing has been there for last 20 years, right? If you know web scraping, it's
Correct,
one of
web
the biggest,
scraping.
yeah, it is
Yes,
already, it is one of the biggest industry right now. Even
correct.
as of today also, many people reach out to me as a data company to do web scraping.
Yes.
Right. But the thing is, that is possible, right? That is, has been possible and is still very easy. And there are a lot of companies already doing that. This will, this will not exactly, you are saying that, what your question is, what, that will ChatGPT help you to do that?
No, is there any tool which will help me to do it? Not just
Tool,
ChatGPT.
tool, uh, web scraping, to be honest, directly there are some tools, but it is not that efficient because every website has a different way of storing the data, the
Correct.
tables that are there. So there are some customization that you need to do directly. There is no tool that can extract the table from you, for you, But you can get some information from that website. Like you can give the URL of the website and ask some specific question, like what is the price of iPhone 14 Pro in Sharaf DG website. If you ask that, you can get it. Right now, till now, in my information, you can, as I told to the earlier participant also, you can get the code. Suppose you want to do web scraping, you can not directly, there's no tool, because as you know, it is not also legal, right? It is not legal also to do all these things. You will get the code to do it, and you can write the code and you can extract the information from the table, but you have to customize it according to the website, because every website there is a different way of putting the data.
Okay, perfect.
I hope I answered your question.
Yeah.
Okay, so before I move to the next thing, I will just quickly tell there is something called as a prompt engineering, right? This is the one thing that I told you about the input. It is a very important thing. This is, you need to understand and learn this. So what is actually prompt engineering? I'll just give an example, right? There are two ways of writing a prompt. Like suppose you want to write a poem about venture capital. So this one, a beginner will write something like this, simple, straightforward. But if you want something very proper, right? Very, you can say creative way, because more the specific you get, more the better output you will get, right? So you need to mention this, the details that are in yellow. These are the extra things that you tell, and then you will see the difference. So more the detailed you go, more the proper answer you will get from the tool that is there. So this is what is actually, when we say prompt engineering, how we can add extra value and get more information out of the tool that is there. That is one way of defining prompt engineering. Okay. And when I talk about prompt, there are mainly 4 types of prompts in this, the types of prompts that you can do. One is instructions, questions, input data, and examples. So these are the 4 types that of prompts types. And any use case that you're doing, any question that you're asking, or any prompt that you're giving the GPT will be a single stuff from here or a combination of this. Like here, it is more of, in this particular scenario, it is more of an instruction and an example, right? In the style of Emily. So it is giving an instruction and it is giving an example. So every use case that you are trying to prompt will have a combination of this. If it is, you want a better prompt, try to input everything that is here. Try to give an example, try to give some input data, like do something like this, and also give some very good instructions. One quick example I will give you is, suppose generally when most of us are writing business articles here for their websites, right? You can just write, if you write this output, write me an article on business networking or anything that is there, you will get a very, very random and very, you can say, not a good quality output. But when I give a prompt, so this is called a prompt template, which I have saved. Prompt template, what it is telling me, because I am a data scientist, I want to act as a data scientist, very proficient SEO writer, writes fluent English. And first I want to see the table. Why the table? Because I want to create an outline and people can click and go to their particular section. And I can also review whether the article is containing everything. I'm sure here in this room, there are some SEO experts. For an article to be, for the Google to, you can say, rank it or take it as an authority, there are some rules that are there. It should be a 2000 word. It has to be in a, it should have some images, it should have some links, hyperlinks within, and it should have been, so there are some things that are there. Tags should be there, some text should be there. So these are some of the SEO related stuff that you have to have in mind when you're writing articles for your website to rank as well later on. And it is also mentioning that have a human style. And also it is mentioning that when you give this output in the end, I also want the HTML code for this, because I want to put it on my website, because I cannot put an article because directly from here, because I need to do hyperlinks. And here there is some HTML code that is involved, in which the linking and everything is there, which will take time, right, to do it. But now in this tool, if I write the whole prompt and experiment with this. And there are two more things that you can see here. If I move this style is there, conversational style, and tone is formal tone. These two things are very important to note, and you have to play around with this. And the things that are marked in blue, most of you, whatever is your profession, whatever you are known for, you need to write here. I want you to act as a retail expert, as a whatever is your profession, you need to write here. And then you can change these two things accordingly. And then after putting everything here, then you will say, now write an article on this topic. And after you write this, after you put this and you play around with the tone and the style, you will get a very good output, right? So the output is something like this. So this will give you a very good table structure with the hyperlinks of all the outline and FAQs that are there. And then you can click this, and then it will go to that particular section, which is this generally used to take me 3 hours before GPT, before using those tools. But now, because of these tools, it is reducing my time to 10 minutes. The time that is there is mainly in reviewing the content again, just to make sure that there is no garbage that is as an output, and also playing around with the style. So for me, these two styles work a lot because I write professional academic articles. So these two, for me, it works. But you guys who are writing, you need to play around with the type of styles and the type of tone that is there. Okay, so this particular thing used to take me, this is one of the things that I'm started using it a lot, because it is saving me almost 2.5 hours of my time in a week. Right now, now you can see I mentioned two things in the slide. One is the tone and one is the writing style, right? So tone, there are so many types of tones, and in this case I have used formal tone. You can also give the data GPT, when you're using chat GPT, you are using a login, right? And it is learning from the type of prompts you are doing for the last 1 or 2 months. And you can also ask him, give it your few articles and ask them to tell, please derive the tone that your articles were there, the previous articles, and you can tell them to write that article in that particular tone also. So that is one feature that you can also do, and you can play around with these tones that are there. Go ahead.
No. Sorry. No, by mistake.
Cool. So this is a different type of tones, and these are the different type of writing styles. And writing styles, there are a lot of the writing styles, and I have used the conversational writing style. And you can play around with the writing styles, whichever works for you, and you can iterate. So now what happens because of these tools? In the first few days when you're using it, first few 5-6 times, you need to experiment and see which is the tone that is matching and it is better, right? And then you can use that, keep using that, and you can keep experimenting it. And the thing is, the output is very quick and it is nice. And now, before I move to the next thing, any questions in this part, this particular prompt engineering in action?
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead, Azim.
So, are there any restrictions on it? So, for example, if I want to use this in the legal sector or in the accountancy sector, will I have to overcome its safety feature of saying I can't give this information?
So, can you repeat your question? So, to be legal things, the one of the limitation of this tool is, as all of you know, that the data is trained till September 2021, right? And in the legal thing, there is a section when I talk just about the legal stuff. You can review your legal documents, you can review your contracts, but what is your question is what is your if the data is available on web and you're trying to understand something, right? You can already use that. So what is your exact even for legal, even for risk, there are things that is publicly available, right? So for that, you can use these tools and the text to train your models and to get outputs. But if there is some private information that is there, which is not available, that will not be available in GPT as well.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Okay, so now,
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
can I somehow train the model to write in my style? As in, can I feed in 5, 6 articles that I have written in my style and then ask them to create in that?
Yes, so that is what so in that you have to first understand that 5 articles that you have given, you have to give those article and ask GPT what is the tone of this article. If you have to, and you will get that tone, and then that tone you have to write here. So suppose you you give 5, 6 articles and you ask them what is the tone, they will tell your tone is authoritative, just for example. And now when you come to know that your tone is authoritative from the 5 articles that you have given, then you can change here, write in a authoritative style. Okay.
All right, thanks.
So you need to first know what is your style, and what is your tone. For that, you told you need to separately ask GPT, give your article, tell them derive the tone and the writing style of this of this article. So you have done, suppose you have done you have put 5 articles separately, and you will get an idea which is the tone that you are maximum using, and which that is the tone you can ask the GPT to do, right? GPT needs to just know what is the writing style and formal tone. To get that answer, you have to train it separately and ask it what is the tone and what is the style in the one that I showed you here, if you want your tone and style. Because many of us, when we write, we don't know what is our tone. We just write articles. So I'm sure people don't have in their mind that I am writing an authoritative article, right? But since you're writing for a long time, you will get that you will get an idea. The tool will understand what type of according to the sequencing of words that you are adding some commanding words. So those are the way it has been trained to understand what is the tone. I hope I answered your question.
Yeah, thanks.
There is a limitation in GPT. You cannot like this big, there is a big prompt here, right? I cannot put this prompt, and I cannot again put 5 articles here because there is a limitation of even typing in it in the prompt. That's why you have to do it separately. If you're using coding language, then you can do it in the Python code that is there. You can create your own articles, the PDF, the text document of your articles as a data, as a data structure inside the Python code, and then you can call that. But in GPT directly, if you're using as a non-coder, as a business person, then you need to train it separately the way I told you and get it, because there is a limitation of typing in the GPT, in the prompt that is there. You cannot type more than 4,000 words. Okay, so now I will go to the next question, next part quickly. So now one more thing is there. When people say what is prompt engineering, this career wise, right? Career wise, what is prompt engineering? I showed you one case of prompt. I will show you one more case of prompt that actually is very important, and why it is so important, like for you to know the importance of this. So this is one of in my academy, Decoding Data Science, for the students or for learners of data science and AI. There is a tool, doubt clearing tool app, wherein a person wants to understand a particular topic, like a p-value, interval, or anything that is there. He can actually type that here, and he can get and he doesn't need to write anything else. He just needs to write, because when I say interval, it can be a movie interval also, it can be any interval, but here I am giving it a universe that it should only be from data science related topic, and it should be explain that topic. If you can see down how this is working is input variable is the name. Explain, this is the actual prompt that is going behind the GPT, but the business user is only putting interval or p-value or any technical term, and it is going to give the exact answer. Why? Because I have created a prompt template which tells me like this: explain me about the topic interval in data science in a simple manner to a 8th grader with elaborate example. So, and this is the way I have actually played around multiple times to get this prompt to get a good output for users to use it. Like suppose if you don't want your child to go on GPT and play around to get answers. He will not type. No one is going to type so much. If a person wants to learn, a school kid wants to learn about these topics, he's not going to type all these things below. But you have to do this backend to help people who are the users to exactly type the thing and get answers accordingly. So this is actually the why this thing is very important. When people say prompt engineering, so this is the word, these are the things that are there. But I wanted to show you guys this directly in the call, so that you can try to type things so detailed down. If you want to understand something, some tough topic that is there, you can type this type of prompts, or you can go to this app, this particular app, if it is data science related, or you can do here, or you can try to. But for making this particular app, it took some time because there is some backend coding and all required. But the only purpose to show this was this particular thing. You need to be aware of how to write these things. And this is a app that is there on the website, and people are using it for if they have any AI and data science doubts. Second thing I wanted to show is like images. Most of you are already using this, I'm sure. DALL-E 2 is also a product by OpenAI, and any one of you can guess these images here in this presentation.
If there is snowfall
yes.
in Dubai.
Yeah.
Yes, correct. So this is if the prompt also is showing on the top, create an image of Dubai covered in snow,
in
featuring
snow.
iconic landmark like Burj Khalifa, Palm Jumeirah, add futuristic flying taxis soaring
Interesting.
through the. So this is 400 characters you can put in the Tally to prompt. As a free user, you have 15 credits per month to try out this particular tool and use these. So more the elaborate you are in writing the prompt, more the better the images quality is coming, right? So this is I took some time to make this image, which I use in some of my creatives. And this is very important. If you need to create futuristic images and all these things, you can try to be more and more patient while you're writing the prompts. There is something else, Mid-Journey, but I'm not covering Mid-Journey because it has become paid. So it's around $20 per month. And if you can get your work done in DALL-E 2, it is much more enough. That you don't need to. If you're not able to do your work in free, then you can think about even using this, because this is easier to use. Mid-Journey, you need to go in Discord and you need to write some command, which is a little bit technical. But for business users, I prefer to use DALL-E 2, which is good enough. And quick takeaways for this is whatever I told you guys. I will request you to identify one use case. I have told about multiple use cases today. Total, I showed you 36 use cases. Not 36, 18 use cases. 6 for every 6 verticals. I showed 3 use cases. This is just in the top of my mind. So 18 use cases I showed. Anything that you can start with. Identify one use case and just at least think how you can use these tools to reduce your time that you were using previously to do that work. That is the first quick takeaway that is there. The name of the app someone asked is, I will just go back. You can take it is DALLE2, DALL-E 2. Yeah, Komal. It is DALLE. This is also from the family of ChatGPT. This is also from the family of ChatGPT. This is by the same company, OpenAI. It is a very good tool to create images for your creatives and all those things. Okay, cool. So now this thing, start using this, and then the prompt engineering, I tell everyone is talking about this. No one knows how it works, but I showed you a glimpse, right? How elaborate you go, better the output you will get. Someone asked me in a session I did last time, if I type this, the first, write me an article on business networking, only this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 letters word, if I put on prompt, there will be a probability that out of 20 people, there will be two similar answers because it is so generic. Out of 20 people in the world who are using, the output that comes to it can be same for two people. And you don't want that to happen, right? You are writing a content for your company website or something. You don't want to be little bit similar to what any other person is going to write if he does the same thing. And to be honest, 80% or 90% of the people are going to do like this only. They are going to write like a beginner only. No one has the patience to write such a elaborate prompt. We all know that technology is making us lazy. This is the reality. Technology is making humans lazy. But if you want to use these tools for your benefit, you need to, you can say, skip that. You don't need to be, you need to be more and more proactive and more this thing. Okay, Komal, it is ChatGPT for writing content. I will share the recording in the group as well, so you can have a look of the whole thing that is there. So these are the two takeaways. Now I'm open to questions that are there. This is my LinkedIn. If any one of you want to connect with me on LinkedIn, that is fine. And I'm open to questions now. We have 15 minutes. I hope this session was useful and helpful. You can unmute. Yeah, you go ahead, Shambi.
I thank you so much, Arshad, for this. My very quick question to you is, I know you do paid workshops. Could you tell a little bit about what is the minimum paid workshop? How many sessions do you have, and what do you guide us through in that?
So, okay, for
And-
paid workshops, paid workshops. So for like some companies, right? How if they want to, I gave you one practical this thing knowledge about how to write these things, right? In
Yeah.
paid workshop, generally what happens is I will tell the people how to actually do it. So because now there are 16 of us have heard this, but how many of you are actually going to do it? That is the thing that does not happen in a workshop. In a workshop, everyone who is there has to open their laptop, and end of the day, like this particular workshop that I have done for few of the clients, this prompt for this article thing, it was they had an outcome. So it was a 2-hour session wherein I talked, like I had a talk like this for around 40 minutes. And then everyone had a task that before leaving, they have to submit an article in their if they have a website, in their website, or on LinkedIn as a news article, or anywhere, but they have to submit before they leave in that 2 hours. So that is a positive thing about a workshop. And now regarding it depends upon because it is company wise, right? So it is a minimum, there are around 10 to 20 people. So that really is very flexible upon the type of the company and the number of people who are there. But it is, that's a difference between workshops and these type of sessions that are there, where there is an outcome of the workshop. And once you do it yourself, you will understand, you will keep it in your mind. We all know that, right? Learn by doing.
So I have a follow-up question, Arshad. Sorry to ask you
That's
this.
fine. I wanted to.
Yeah, I know, because we've been wanting to connect on this particular thing for a long time now. I don't know. I came late. I'm sorry. So did you by any chance address the data analytics part also on how to analyze and do your data, this thing? Did you do that as well?
No. Data analytics is separate. This is internal AI. This data analytics is a separate part. Today, as I told, this is mainly internal AI. Internal data analytics is internal AI, which is a separate part. This part is generative AI, how we can do the other stuffs. That is outside our company data. But maybe we can use some of the data from our company to train our type of what we're trying to give output. But it is a separate topic altogether. This was more focused on this thing. So you were asking about one more thing. I just wanted to say the workshops, right? If there is where is this on my, this one, generative AI, this one. If you can see, generative AI basically, as I told you in the call, when I asked people also, what is generative AI? Many people did not know this word. But to be that's why in my course also I have changed the name. I have put in bracket, I have put Chat GPT. Because in morning also for one business meeting, when I asked people what is generative AI, they were like, when you hear the word AI, they become confused. They think it is something very big, very tough. That's why I have now put Chat GPT name in this particular stuff. So now people relate, because most of us know Chat GPT. Most of us have been using this, so we know what is a special case about this. So now this thing, this Chat GPT stuff. So what you are saying, like this particular course that I have developed is specifically for non-tech people, right? Whatever I told in details is here in details. Plus the best thing about this is the workshops that I did, right? So those workshops I have also made, recorded and put it here. The two of the real world applications that I have put here for now is LinkedIn hacks using ChatGPT and Canva AI. So Canva has come up with its AI where you can do a lot of stuff that is there, like convert documents to PDFs, like carousels. Most of the carousels that you see that I put on LinkedIn is I'm using Canva AI to create that. There are a lot of other tools that are there, but these are the because of these tools, my work is becoming very easy. And the one that I told you right now, write SEO friendly article with outline and hyperlink. This I have done live. I have showed how I have done it. So it's a 31-minute video, but I have explained in start to end how I have done it. And these two things are real value, but here also there are different things. What are the different applications that you can use over generative AI, like inside ChatGPT? What are the other applications, other extensions, plugins that you can use to make your work easier? What is DALI? What is Mid Journey? How to use that? So this is a very like a summarized way of all the details, and it is designed for non-tech people, because in my previous stuff that I used to teach people was more tech related stuff. But this is first you need to know how to use these tools, then only you can later on go to the tech side and to make it more customizable and all those things that are there.
Thank you, Arshad. Thank you very much.
And any more questions?
Hello, this is Santosh. Thanks so much, Mohammad. I think you have been quite valuable in terms of explaining things. Sometimes we need to knock down things to a simplistic way to capture something as well. Thanks for that. I think my question is going to be probably a little bit beyond the topic, and I'm going to break it into two parts. Part one is when we are, talking about prompt engineering, is there also natural language-based processing where you can simply talk and, convert that into what you need? That is one part of the question. And the second part of the question is, yes, everybody is very, very familiar about ChatGPT. What's the equivalent or what are the competitors out there? So those are my two questions to you.
Okay, so the first question is I have just tried to explain in this slide, right? Like a business user, like if suppose I am going to only type this topic, like I want to, like for if a student is there, if a high school student is there and all those, or a non-tech person is there, if he wants to understand any topic, he is only going to write that topic here. He is not going to write the complete prompt that is there. In the backend, the prompt will be created by the code that I have written in the backend. So this is happening in the backend. When a person writes up anything here, this particular stuff, and this automatically is not getting happened. That's why, right? Machines are not able to do this part. The template is equal to I have written, right? This I have written because according to the business use case in the above scenario, what I want, what message I want to put across, and who is my audience, how to make it simple as an academic person, how to explain things in a simple manner, because you always have to start. And I believe anything that you teach or tell people, you have to start from the simplest form, so that stays in the mind. Because if it is simple, if you have made it very simple, it will stick to your mind for a longer time, because nowadays we already too much overdosed with information. So that is the thing, that you have to think and write, and that till now the templates are not, the one is not getting automated for now. That is why these type of roles humans have to do it. And that is why till now I'm saying, I'm sure maybe later on you can these things can also get generated by machines, but till now it is mostly by humans who have to write these prompts. But as I told you in your second question, the you don't need to as a business user, you don't need to write all this. There are a lot of applications. I'm sure there are a lot of applications that already people are using. Like I have created this application, simple application wherein you just put the word, and in the backend all the things will run and give you the output. And for the second question about your the competitor of ChatGPT specifically, there is as a ChatGPT as a tool, there is no competition as of now, but Google and Microsoft have come up with their this thing, right? Search engine. So till now, and there is something called POE. POE is also a place wherein there, see, when you say about competition, ChatGPT is one of the pioneers. It is using a large language model. The engine is GPT. The technology is very simple. As I showed you earlier, so the technology of ChatGPT is very simple. There is a prompt. This AI engine can keep changing. If you are using ChatGPT, the AI engine is GPT. If you are using POE, the AI engine is different, but that is happening. Bing, the Bard that is a Google also using the same technology, only the AI engine is different. So these companies will are coming out with this. Bing, it is a part of Microsoft. OpenAI has collaboration. So there is the Bing AI is sitting on GPT. It is basically there is one more layer over GPT, but it is there. And these are some of the competitions that are there till now. Let's see what comes next.
Thank you so much.
I have some question on the chat. Yeah, go ahead. Let me.
Yep.
No. It is going to be 40K. Why you have reduced it, Kanchan? I'm waiting for 40K. It is almost going to be 40K. This is a old
It's
screen.
really amazing to see that. It's good, very good number.
Yeah, this is an old screenshot. Yes. I think you are seeing from this, na? Yeah, it is now. It has become slow actually. It from 39K to 40K, it is taking a lot of time. And right now it is 39,700, 300 more to go. Yeah, someone was asking a question.
Okay, great. I think we have a good number of followers. Is that AI generated or you have done? I'm sure you must have in this field. But my question was something else. My question was like we as a company, I think most of the companies they say that they are AI powered and AI supported. So the journey towards adopting AI in any company, what do you think? What are the first steps? Because everybody works in silo. Like so, I'm sure there are 13, 14 entrepreneurs here, and they have their own business and their own set of data, their own set of inputs and outputs. So what's the first step towards adapting AI into business apart from using the tool, which is same like using a calculator?
So see, that is the first step. This is the first step. Whatever I told you, this whole today, my whole scenario, take up one stuff and start doing it. If you create a marketing copy using AI, you have already started using AI. So that is the first step, right? Now, whatever, this is the generative AI part. You first start using, take step by step, right? That is the first step. You have to, once you start doing that, you put that a process. So you were taking 3 hours to do something. Now it is taking half an hour. Now you have 2.5 hours left extra. In that you do something else. Now that is, I'm talking about generative AI part. Internal AI is a completely different discussion, which requires a lot of other details that are there. You need to, because to be honest, to do internal AI, you need to have strong data. You need to have a data pipeline. That's why many companies, even startups or small companies, were not able to do internal AI because they don't have data. If you don't have data, you cannot do internal AI. So that I don't want to even go in that part. If I go in that part, it is going to take hours. Today's discussion is completely for the generative part. Identify one use case, start using one, you will see the difference. You have saved time in one, then you take the next process. You will save time. So as any businessman, hours is money, right? Your 1 hour, you're saving X dirhams, X dollars. So that is how you have to see the benefit of AI. The more the time you're free, you will get more time to talk to clients, to increase your business, to do most stuff. So think in that way.
Thank you.
Now, one question from Komal. What does this cost? The one for non-tech people. Can you repeat your question? What does it cost? You have to, it does not cost anything. You can start using GPT for free. You need to
I think she's
take
talking
one.
about your course, Mohammad.
Yeah, I think
Okay,
she's
my
asking
course.
about-
I will, if you want, I can put it here, but I don't want to promote anything here, but if you want, you can get in touch with me. I am on the group also, and you can get in touch with me. The cost actually is $49, and I will share this thing. And this is for the self-paced course. For the workshops that she asked, Shamvi asked, the last workshop I did was for 20 people. For 2 hours was 5,000 dirhams, but it was by the company sponsored. So that because companies, they had 2 hours mandate. So and it was 20 people. So that was for the group, and that included the course. That included the access to the course as well. So, but for individuals who want to go through the self-paced, they can go through that. And if they buy the course and I do a workshop, and suppose I'm doing a workshop for like I do workshops in the community, then I invite them also for a live workshop as well, if they have taken. But every time there will be a different use case. Now I have covered 2-3 use cases. I will have one more use case, like how, if people are using YouTube, how to use AI, these tools to make your YouTube more professional. So these are some of the examples. Presentation, I can share it, but I generally don't share this presentation because it is my IP, which I use it. So if you have, you can take the screenshot, but I generally don't share this. Hope you understand, because this is my business. This is my bread and butter. So, and I have spent so much time in making this. So I don't want to share it. I hope you understand. But I will share some of the glimpses of this later on, once because I'm using this as workshops for companies as well. I'm showing this to companies, and if I start giving it out, so then people will ask, why are you giving it? So, but you can ask me any questions if you have later on.
I think we can refer to YouTube Live, no? You are doing YouTube Live, so we can refer if you have to check anything, right?
Yes, you can do that also.
Yeah.
But PPT, I generally, because I need this for at least for some time till till some of the workshops get over, then I can do that.
And Mohammad, thanks a lot for the session. It was very helpful and very nice.
Yes. So thank you everyone. And just these 2 takeaways. Start using, don't think AI is too complicated. Like people were asking how to start, where to start. Take one thing, you have already started using AI. So now everyone is using AI, every company. That's why they say AI powered. If you if you do one task with AI, you are saving time, and that is thing, right? AI is meant to make your life easier. So start doing that and start learning. Things are changing a lot, and we have to be ready about this.
Yeah.
And in the
So
whole session,
Arshad, I just have one request to make of the audience. Please like and subscribe the YouTube channel, Arshad's channel, because now from 1,000 subscribers, in fact, even if you have 500 subscribers and the content is viewed more number of times, they start getting benefits. So since he's been so helpful for to all of us, let us like his channel, and can you just share that in the YouTube, in the chat here, the YouTube channel? So we can like and subscribe to your channel, and that would be helpful for you, right, Arshad? Is it right?
Helpful will be there, but the thing is, even if it is 500 subscribers, the watch time should be still 3,000 hours.
Okay, then if you don't want, then okay.
No, I want. I don't want to do any promotion here. That's why I will give.
It's not
Actually, I
about
will give-
promotion, it's about helping. And we also learn. I also wanted to share this information that now for 500 subscribers and certain view, you're getting
Yeah.
earlier that it was difficult to achieve with
So
1,000
this is my.
and 10,000 and
So
all, right?
actually, this is
Yeah.
my YouTube channel. I just show people. So
Yeah.
I am spending a lot of time in making this YouTube channel professional with proper thumbnails, and I'm getting right now I have 336 every day. I promise myself, like LinkedIn, I promised myself every day one post. Here I am promising every day new video. And YouTube is my new, you can say, place where I'm trying to push
Yeah.
about all
And of
these.
course, I'm sure you've seen that now YouTube has podcast also. And
Yes, I have a podcast also. If you can see, I do podcasts. I'll just show people here where I take interviews of people from this data science field as well. So I started podcast. I'm doing a lot of things here. You can see I have around
yeah, you
14
have 13 episodes. Yeah, very good. Very good.
13 episodes. Some
All
are
the
solo.
best. I need to run now. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you, Mukul, for giving us this amazing group and this platform.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Arshad, and thanks everybody.
Just a small request, ma'am, to everyone, those who are still here. I think thank you,
Yes.
Arshad, for having such an amazing session. It really helps, and we want to evolve as a community. So I think many people have knowledge, just that because of some hesitation and lack of timing, we need to really understand which day is most appropriate, where we can have more audience, because we have a group of 270 plus people, and we only have like 10, 12 people, 15 people participating. So we have to think through, which date, if date is a problem, because we have
I
to
will
make
tell
it
you,
better.
Mukul, I will tell you my personal experience. Personally, I have a community of 1,000 people on my WhatsApp. Okay. I have a community of 1,000 people. I do meetups. It only 10, 15 people turn up. I have to push. If I push a lot, then 20 people turn up. So this is the reality. Only 5% of the people are actually serious about things. This is the reality of any community or any group that is there. This is what is my experience. And
I think I think too honest here, but I think we really want to make it work. Normally when we do the meeting, we get good number of people coming. Like last meeting also, we had 60 people around. Next meeting we'll have a committee. I'm sure we'll have around 60, 70
physical is
people.
best. Physical people come. Online people are a little bit this thing. Online physical people come. Now I think maybe I can give a suggestion. In your physical meetups, you can do a half an hour of knowledge of a session, informative session that is there. That if you want people to actually hear and benefit, that is one thing that I personally feel, because online is tough, to be honest. The motivation to come for an online meeting is very comparatively less.
So Arshad, in the face-to-face meeting, what happens is we all introduce ourselves and give little introduction, and then we also have whoever is hosting us, they get little time to talk about their business. This knowledge sharing session was started so that we could share our knowledge, and also those who do not have the opportunity to host or provision to host, they could kind of share their knowledge. So the purpose is little different. I think Mukul wants to know, and which is what we had back from admin thing, was whether Saturday morning or something would be better to have this session rather than on Thursday evening. Time change.
Timing wise, I think Saturday is a little better.
Sorry. So
we'll give it a try. I think we'll see, because we have to make it work.
I think you can stop the recording now, maybe Mukul, Arshad, because
I think recording is stopped a bit.
Okay, you're still live on YouTube, so that's why I was wondering.